Hi guys, welcome back to the Geek and Hermit. Now today I wanted to do a quick review on The Walking Dead by Telltale. Now this is covering just Season 1 for now. And I'll start off this review by simply saying if you have any interest at all in games with well written stories, then you simply have to play this game. Even if you're not remotely interested in zombies, since the genre has kind of been done a bit to death for now, the game resonated with me so much that I count it among some of the best stories and games that I've ever played, easily alongside games like Final Fantasy and stuff like that. Now, if you've never played anything by Telltale before, then the games all kind of follow the same sort of pattern. The more interactive stories in games, and the fact you can walk around and nosy objects in the world, but that's about it. There's no real combat experience or anything like that. The emphasis here is on the story and making split-second decisions in bad situations, and then feeling your choice impact the story in ways you didn't really foresee. Some of these can be totally mundane, or at least appear to be mundane, like agreeing with one person over another in an argument, and then you'll get a little icon at the top saying they will remember this. But both people will then remember your choice, and this can potentially help or hinder you later on in the story, depending on how you chose. To very big decisions where two people are in danger and you have to choose quickly which one to say first. This can lead to the person you didn't choose getting killed off in the story and the story just carrying on, or if they do survive, basically hating you for the rest of it for not choosing them. Now, it's these moments which catch you off guard. There's no real correct answer or choice. You just have to go with pure gut instinct. And seeing the consequences of your actions play out is where these games really excel. It's amazing. It's also quite horrifying to watch, as you think you're making the right choice, and then it all goes tits up and people die and everyone hates you. But do yourself a favour, don't read any guides or anything, and don't reload. Just literally make a gut instinct, make a reaction, do what you think's right in the situation, and even if it leads to you getting a bad outcome, it's just amazing fun to watch. Just go with your gut instinct the first time you play through it. Now, I've played through these games a few times and tried different paths to see how it plays out differently. Some choices don't really make any difference at all, but others can really change how the game plays for you. Take Kenny for example. First time I played it, I hated the son of a bitch, and our conversations usually ended up in arguments. Later on into the game, he then refuses to help you when you're in serious need of help, and his attitude is, well, basically, would you help me in this situation? No. The second playthrough, I thought I'd try and be a bit friendlier towards him and agree and help wherever I could, and see how that worked. And this time, Kenny turned into my best friend and buddy for life, and would do anything for me, and actually helps out when I desperately need him. And it's stuff like this that I love in the game. You don't foresee it in like episode 1, but by the time we get to episode 3 or 4, you start feeling the ramifications. I've got to stay though. Kenny still pisses me off. It's kind of a love-hate relationship. I get where he's coming from, but unless you totally agree with him 100%, he's an arsehole. But yeah, let me know what you think about him below. Right, I'll cover the basic story now. In the story, you play as Lee, who begins a journey on his way to prison for a crime he either did or didn't commit. I'll leave that a bit vague. The car crashes and you meet a little girl called Clementine, and then join up and trying to survive together and find the parents. Clementine, though, is the best written child in a game, I think, of all time. Usually they're annoying little shits that you can't wait to get rid of at the first opportunity, but not Clementine. She's like a fully developed character in her own right, and will actually learn from your actions and what you choose to teach her along the way. And you can't help but feel protective over her, and as ridiculous as it sounds, she helped me realise I actually wanted to be a dad to someone, even if it's not my biological child. He kind of brought out those instincts in me so much. Now, I won't spoil the story any more than I have to, but being The Walking Dead, a lot of the people you meet along the way won't survive, and it can get kind of brutal at times. The game did kind of reduce me to tears by the end of it. It's just so well done, so well written. You probably won't want to play the game without breaks though, because you'll probably end up feeling a bit depressed, because obviously, what do you expect with this kind of situation? The rest of the characters in the story they all feel believable and well written. Each has their own little backstory and agenda, and no one really feels like they act out of character at any point. Everything that happens you can kind of understand and see that really happening in that kind of situation. Now, the game is made up of 5 episodes, each running for about 2 to 3 hours long. depending on if you do everything and look at everything you possibly can. And at the end of every episode, you get a summary of the choices and the percentage of people around the world that chose the same as you did. And I think that's an awesome feature. Although I do panic a little bit when I get to the end of the episode and it says only 10% of people made the same choice I did. Well, okay, I've probably cocked up that then. With the game being episodic in nature and originally releasing months apart from each other, at the start and end of every episode, well, no, at the start of every episode you'll get a previously, like a big TV show would, like Lost, and just give you a quick summary of what's happened. And at the end of the episode, you'll get a quick teaser for what happens in the next one that's coming up. It won't spoil too much, but it will kind of give you an idea. Now, some people kind of hate these and think they should be taken out, since it's not really relevant anymore that the full series is done. But to be honest, I still find them fun to watch and wonder what the hell's going on, especially in the teasers. And to be honest, with some longer RPGs, I wish they'd include this feature, since by the time I get to the end, I tend to have forgotten a lot about the start and a lot of the main events. It's not like when I was a kid in school I could bomb through Final Fantasy 7 in a week. Now it takes me literally months to finish a long game. So little reminders and summaries, without having to restart the same bit over and over in the game to remember, would be pretty handy, to be honest. It's kind of the same problem I had with The Witcher 3. I've started it about 15 times, end up forgetting what I was doing or having a break for a bit because I've got a wife and a job and I'm busy. So I end up redoing the same first area over and over again and never getting any further, because by the time I come back I've forgotten and restart. Other positives, if you're playing this on the PlayStation or Steam, it's literally some of the easiest trophies you'll ever get in a game. PlayStation especially, all you got to do is literally just finish it once and you get the Platinum Trophy. Steam's a little more awkward because it adds on certain other trophies that you got to faff about a little bit more with. Now, negatives. When the game first launched, there's quite a lot of bugs in the game. These days it's a million times better. There's still the odd graphical glitch here and there, but nothing game breaking. And also, it's not really negative towards the game, but ironically, this is a game that built Telltale into a powerhouse because it did so well, but also then killed the company because they've since gone bankrupt. There are many stories and analysis videos on why the company went under, but to be honest, simply it can be traced back to this game. The Walking Dead was a huge hit. It wasn't the first title they did, but it was the one that catapulted them into the big leagues. This led to them getting carried away and getting way too many game licenses at once, grinding out too many games in a short space of time, which led to varying degrees of quality, almost killing the staff with crunch periods, and then finally, due to a number of factors like a drop in quality and oversaturating the market, the sales declined and the company went under. It's just a shame because some of the other games are actually pretty damn good. Wolf Among Us and Tales from the Borderlands stand out, particularly in my mind. But they started doing games like Game of Thrones and all sorts of other things. They've got just too many licenses. Bombed it, and I love these games, and even I couldn't keep up and buy them all the time because, as much as I love them, I like a break in between. But it's just a shame because it's led to a situation where all the Telltale games now are getting delisted from Steam and the PC. Luckily, Epic Games has managed to pick up the license for The Walking Dead, and all the seasons are now for sale on there. It's just a bit strange that for me, owning seasons 1 and 2 on Steam and 3 and 4 on Epic, but the save files still transfer over, so I'm glad I can still play them. Because basically, when you finish season 1, you can carry that save into season 2 and season 3, and I think season 4, because I'm just about to start doing that. And it's a brilliant series to just carry saves through. It's just a shame that it's got faffed up with it getting delisted from Steam. So hopefully, guys, you've enjoyed watching this video. Please let me know below what you thought of the game, and especially what you thought of Kenny. I know he's technically a good guy, but I always hated him. So I'm just curious what everyone else thinks. So yeah, thank you for watching, guys. I shall see you next time. Yeah, bye.
Kenny, you okay, man? Oh, Jesus. What the hell is that? Oh, my God.
Kinda looks like Duck, don't he?
It's just a kid. What the hell happened to him?
Ain't nothing on him. Guess he must have been hiding out up here. Starved to death.